It's hilarious.
I felt lavish for a couple seconds
Yeah.
until the first car overtook me. Zoom. I wobbled this thing. I didn't see it coming. Fam, handlebars wobbled and I was looking left and right. Patrons, happy Thursday.
What it do? What it do?
Yeah, man. Me and Fuegs did a backlog the other week because Fuegs abandoned me. So yeah, I feel like we haven't been here for ages.
Yeah, it's been 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks.
It's only been 2 weeks, so it does feel like a long time.
Yeah, it used to be every month.
It used fucking hell.
Back in the day, it used to be every month.
We'd do 8 eps?
We'd do a ridiculous
7,
amount.
8 eps
Yeah,
in
yeah,
a 20 or 48 hour period.
Yeah.
Oh, I couldn't do that now.
No.
I haven't got the mental capacity to do that now.
Yeah, no, I'm not doing that. Fucking hell, that was hard.
It was. I remember that sneaky, what's the word I'm looking for? That sneaky lockdown time.
The lockdown drive up, never been so scared.
Bro.
Never been so
How many
scared.
eps did we do then?
10.
10.
We did 10. Yeah.
10 in 24.
Yeah, I didn't even stay for 2 nights, did I? I stayed for one night. 10
Wow,
episodes.
you man are lucky. You man are lucky. Look what you've done for you.
We were grinding.
We were grinding
Yeah,
our
we had
ass
about
off.
46 followers. And we were chucking it. We had hardly any patrons.
0 patrons.
But yeah, it was worth it, man. It was real good. But yeah, weekly catch up. What are you saying? How was your week? Obviously, you went to the Wiz thing.
Yeah, I went to WizKid. Wizting. I'm annoyed at WizKid, you know. Not necessarily at WizKid, but I'm annoyed that because he had 3 shows.
Yeah.
We went on day 2. We went on the second day. So the first show, he brought out Chris Brown.
Yeah, I see that.
And I was like, rah, no one expected that, you know.
Yeah.
He brought out Thames to do Essence. He brought out a couple more people. I can't remember who. I was like, fuck, I'm looking forward to the second show, bro.
I was going to say, you got... Because I know on the third night he did Burna Boy, didn't he?
On the third night, let's not talk about day 2 first. Let's talk about day 3.
Yeah.
Fam, day 3. Oh no, day 1 is where he brought out LMA, and he brought out, I can't remember who else he brought out. But day 3, he brought out Krypton Conan.
Yeah.
He brought out Burna Boy to do Ginger, vexed. He brought out Thames again, vexed. He brought out, I think there's 2 or 3 other more people, maybe like Miss Banks and someone else. I can't remember who, but I was like, Thames and Burna Boy were 2 people I really wanted to see.
Of course.
I really wanted to see. For those features, for those songs, I really wanted to see them. Even though I've seen Burna Boy before, multiple times. I've never seen Thames before. But just for that stage presence, that it adds so much to the production.
Yeah, man.
I was like, cool. Day 2, let's see what's going to happen. He brought out a few African artists or Nigerian artists that did like that one-off song, which I enjoyed. There was one song, there's a guy called LV, I think it's called Love J. He's got a song called Mona Lisa.
Oh, okay.
It's a Nigerian twist on a Mapiano vibe.
Oh, okay.
And it's called Mona Lisa. You need to listen to that song, bro.
Mona Lisa.
It's a flipping vibe.
All right, I'll put it in my thing.
Vibe. I've been banging it for months. So when he came out unexpected, I was like, gang, I probably got more hyped when that song was playing than I did possibly throughout the whole thing.
Yeah.
Bar like a few songs by WizKid, obviously. And because I've seen WizKid before, I've seen him perform in Afro Nation, the first one. He obviously didn't have this album then. This album had a drop. So I was thinking, this is still great to see him, but I really wanted to see this album live. I was killing to see this album live. When I saw it, I was a bit underwhelmed, but I still had to give him his flowers because it's Wiz. He did a great show. He sold out the arena 3 nights in a row, or three nights rather, not in a row. And I was like, yeah, this was cool, but I wasn't blown away.
Yeah, fair play.
Which is nothing to do with him. Like, it was just my expectation.
Yeah. But that's the thing. You have no choice but to have a ridiculous expectation. It's not fair on him.
It's not fair on him at all.
He's not going to get to meet that.
It's not fair on him at all. But within the same breath, like, no Thames, no Burner, no this, no that. And I also feel like because the second night was straight after the first night, I think he lacked energy.
He was tired.
He was tired because I could tell, like, even the vocals and some of the feature artists he brought on, like there's a guy called Buju, who's on a song with him called Mood, Big Mood.
Okay,
You must have heard that song, Mood. And that song is a banger, but when watching them perform it, it wasn't great because of the way it just sounded. I feel like they just weren't not necessarily they weren't asked, but because I could feel like they weren't giving it 110%. it just was what it was. So if you're there for day 2, you're taking what you're given.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah,
I was like, fair enough.
Yeah.
Fair enough. I appreciated the tickets as well, obviously, and stuff like that. And Jay asked me, oh, how did you find the show? I said, I thought it was good. It wasn't great, but you still have to give him his flowers. That was my word for word.
Yeah.
And then obviously Jay went to day 3, and I was like, and I saw Bernard there, and I saw Thames there. And I was like, to be fair, day 2, he brought out gigs.
Oh, okay.
He did Talking the Hardest. Everyone went skits. I think that was the loudest everyone screamed throughout the whole show. Bar WizKid's entrance and probably maybe like 1 or 2 songs. That's the loudest I heard the arena. When Gigs came on and did Talking Hard, I was like,
that's live.
It was live.
It
was live. But it was a really, really, really good experience, man. Because like I said, I really wanted to see that album play live. Jesus. And apart from that, yeah, man, that was probably the highlight of my week. Apart from that, bro, I've been trying, like I voice noted you the other day saying I'm trying to keep this positive mentality. I've only got 3 weeks left for Christmas to go, blah, blah. And it was going well, bro. It was going well up until yesterday. I hate working Sundays.
Yeah,
Sundays for me, everywhere should be closed.
That's the Lord's Day.
Or you should close early, and I hate doing an actual close on a Sunday. End of the weekend, you're doing a close. On Saturday, I did a close, and then a Sunday close. Or Saturday, I said to you before we started recording, I finished at 4 a.m. Sunday close, finished at 2 a.m. It's like, yes, they're not. Even though I started at 5, so that's 11 hours and 8 hours, 9 hours, whatever. It's not that long in a grand scheme of things, but it's just not what I want to be doing, on a weekend.
Bro, still.
Do you know what I mean? On a weekend, it's like especially when I know I've got this the next day, especially on the Sunday, Monday, I've got to do this the next day. My mental isn't there. Bro. And Sundays and hospitality is the worst day to work in any restaurant because it's on the back of the busiest day of the week, i.e. the Saturday. And the Saturday, you're always going to be fully staffed. You're going to have the best people on. You're going to have the best head chef on. You're going to have the best managers on. All of that stuff. You're going to put your aces in places, blah, 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 blah. So, and on Saturday night, is major in hospitality. You always go out. I don't go out anymore, but for the kids, you always go out,
Yeah.
And that fucks your Sunday up. Because people either call in sick or they feel like it's just they don't want to come in. But everything is so lackluster on a Sunday, but it's fucking busy on a Sunday.
Of course it's busy, yeah. You got
There's families on a Sunday.
You got families.
Families in on a Sunday. And it's like, I just don't want to be here. Sunday felt so much busier than Saturday did.
Yeah.
And we had everyone in on Saturday. But Sunday was just so busy, bro. It's like...
That's dead, fam.
It is, man. It is. But it is what it is, and it was what it was. A pretty cool thing on Sunday, though. I was walking just to and fro in the restaurant, and I was in the reception desk. Do you remember what it looks like? Because you've only been there, once or twice?
I think so. It's like at the top of the stairs, right?
Yeah. Main Asian reception desk, that is, was chilling there. Some girls were going toilet. And then one of them came back out and she's like, oh, do you do a podcast? I was like, yeah.
You get recognised at work, bro. You get recognised at work.
Quite a few times, yeah. Do you do a podcast? I was like, yeah. She's like, you and your friend. I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, that's one of my favourite ones. One of the only ones that I watch. I was like, oh, thank you, bro. So that was like a nice little highlight. But I was at the end. I was like midnight. I was done already. I was fucking done. I didn't throw in show enthusiasm whatsoever. And it's not her fault, It's not her fault. I just wasn't there. So if you watch this, darling, I'm sorry. I just wasn't there. I wasn't present. I wanted to be home.
Makes sense.
But apart from that, man, I'm still, now that last week is done and dusted, I'm still going to try and go with that mentality. I've got 3 weeks left in terms of like this Christmas period. And then we're slowly going to start to get to January and be a lot less busy, and we can focus a lot more on this, and my mental's going to be a lot better. So man. I'm just taking each day as it comes, brother. And I look forward to Mondays knowing that I'm here and I don't have to be there. So it's one of those ones. But anyway, how was your week?
My week was calm, G. How was my week? Not bad, actually. So I had Thursday booked off, so I only worked 2 days. So yeah, only worked 2 days.
Nice.
Just chill. Jealous. Fam?
Jealous.
Fam?
What?
It makes sense. Because obviously I was... what? That was the third... I'm working 2 days. I'm trying to think and articulate at the same time.
Okay.
So it's been breathable the last few weeks.
Okay.
So obviously you've done 3 weeks of hell. No, 2 weeks of hell.
2 weeks.
2 weeks. Oh yeah. And mine's been like more bearable.
Okay.
So I said they mess around my shifts and all this stuff. So I was sick for 1 week. Sick for another week. On the Thursday. So coincidentally was both Thursdays that I was off. And then I'd already had this Thursday just gone booked off.
Okay.
So for the last 3 weeks, I've only worked 2 days.
Okay.
And then I randomly checked my rota yesterday just to see what my week is looking like, because I knew they had me on some extra hour or some extra long shifts
For this week coming?
This
Okay,
week coming.
yeah,
So
yeah.
last week,
Yeah.
even though I was off on Thursday, I was back on the short shifts. So I was gassed. I was gassed. I was working 3-hour shifts.
Okay.
And I was thinking, gang, let me just go in, chill. And I was working with my colleague, Anna. She's really cool. So I went in, caught up with her, 3 hours of work, in, out, and I was off on the Thursday. Bet. Gang. And then checked my rota yesterday, and for some reason, I'm not working Wednesday.
Okay.
For whatever reason, I'm not questioning it. Whatever reason, I'm not working on Wednesday.
Yeah,
so I'm in tomorrow for a long one,
Yeah.
which I'm going to hate, but at least I'm off on Wednesday. And then I'm in on Thursday for a long one. Oh, bro. That Thursday's going to kill me. But
They caught up with the Thursday
Fam?
and said, you've taken 2 Thursdays off?
Yeah. They said,
Fucking bet.
yeah. You don't want Thursdays, do you? I'm gonna remind you why you don't work Thursdays.
Yeah.
So I'm in for a long day this Thursday, which I'm gonna hate. But because I'm off on Wednesday, I should be able to go on Thursday breathing.
Yeah, makes sense.
And then I'm
you
off
say
on
that
Friday.
now. You say
I
that
say
now.
that now. Oh, 2 hours in, I'm gonna be punching walls, bro. You're gonna get voice notes from me. Hiding in the toilet, screaming. Bro, I hate it there sometimes.
Yeah, I know. G.
But anyway, yeah, so Thursday's a long one, then obviously I'm off on Friday.
Okay.
So Wednesday I'm off, Thursday I'm in, and Friday I'm off. So I'm hoping I can just buckle down and focus on getting through that Thursday.
Yeah.
Because I'm working, because it's a long day. Thursday is usually the day when my shifts are normal. Tuesdays and Thursdays are the day that I really like to focus on editing stuff. So any editing that needs doing for the week, I get it done on a Tuesday and Thursday. So that's usually when I get those updates saying I'm working the long days, Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's when you see me vex, bro. But that's when you get me the messages like, get me out, I'm quitting tomorrow. That's when you get those messages. Because I'm thinking, when am I going to get shit done?
Yeah.
Because those are the only 2 days that I really, really have to myself to actually get stuff done. The rest of the time I'm running here, there, and there doing other shit. But anyway, there's these 2 days. Tuesday I'm doing a long one tomorrow, and I'm doing another long one on Thursday. But luckily, because I'm off on Wednesday, I should be able to get some shit done, hopefully. But yeah, so this week it's not going to be too bad. Last week was chill, and I've been binging stuff this week.
Okay.
I've been back on the binging this week.
Okay.
Yeah, so I've been playing a lot of PlayStation.
Okay. Fam, pause.
Go on.
I've not played a game in, I want to say 2 weeks.
Oh, I know you haven't. Do you know how? You know how I know you
I
haven't?
log on, it just says Netflix.
It just says online.
Fam, 2 weeks.
It
I
literally
haven't
just says online.
Bro, when I get home, I don't have the mental capacity to concentrate on the game. I just want to put something on and chill. Bro, I'm knackered.
I know what you mean.
I have already gotten into my head that I'm not touching it, playing games at least until January.
Fair play.
Because I can't,
Fair
bro.
play, fair play.
I can't, brother.
So yeah, I've been playing it because that's been on me a few times. But they're updating Warzone on Wednesday or tomorrow or Wednesday, and it's a brand new map.
Okay.
Completely new map.
Okay, so
we
it's
haven't
fresh for
seen
everyone.
that.
Yeah,
This is the first time this has ever happened.
Yeah.
So they've got a countdown. Every day you log in, it's like D-Day in 2 days or whatever, T-Day, whatever they're calling it. So I've been putting in the reps. So when this new map drops, I'm on it. 'Cause it's annoying. It feels weird because you think like, you think now's the time to take a break before the new map hits, because when the new map hits, I'm on it. But at the same time, it's also like, this is the last time I'm ever going to play this map, so I want to get the hours in. Plus, Rem has been chatting the same chat. He usually he's really like recluse with it. So when he's got work the next day, he sometimes it starts at like 7 a.m. You ain't seen him the night before. You're not seeing him the night before. But these last couple of days, he's been like, nah, I'm on it. Like, I want to get these reps in, which inspires me thinking I need to get on it.
Okay, safe.
So anyway, I've been playing a lot of PlayStation and binging. First thing, I've got recommendations for you, bro.
Bang.
I came in today prepared.
Let me set up. You know what we get like
I came in today prepared.
Yeah.
I've got recommendations,
Let me
bro.
my phone. Continue.
True story.
You know what? That's on my wish list. I've not seen it yet because I've not had the time to sit down and watch something. But that is on my list.
It's good.
Okay.
I had no interest in it.
Okay.
At first, I had no interest. When it pops up and stuff like that, I just thought, nothing's drawing me to it.
Is it a limited series?
Limited series.
How many eps? If you remember.
Fuck, how many episodes is it? I'm getting it mixed up with loads of other stuff that I've watched. 6, 7.
Okay.
Not many.
Okay.
It's
Really?
Yeah, it's good.
Really?
It's good.
Okay,
So
I'm very intrigued.
it's good because it's very similar to his real life.
I'd assume so, considering it's called True Story.
Yeah. So some of it in there is a true story. But obviously the concept is not a true story. In this, I hope it's not. I hope it's not. I'm not going to spoil it. But if that's a true story, he needs to go to jail immediately.
Okay.
But it's good because obviously in the show, he's like the biggest comedian in the world, and everyone recognizes him. Everyone knows him. And in the show, he's from Philadelphia. He's from Philadelphia in real life as well.
Yeah.
And it's about him and his like older brother. His older brother is just like in and out of crime, and he's always got this shady deal going on.
His older brother is Wesley.
Older brother's Wesley Snipes. And then shit unfolds. I can't say anything else.
Yeah, cool.
But fam, twists and turns, like you said, twists and turns. There's bits in there where you think Kevin is just incompetent. Not incompetent, but like he ain't about this life, and you just feel bad for him. But then he will switch it on you right now, and you think, "Fuck, you're dark. You're dark. You've got a dark side to you, bro.
Okay.
You got a dark side to you, bro."
Okay.
And there's bits in there that you can tell where he's actually felt in his life. There's scenarios in there where you think there's a bit in there where he loses his shit because he realizes that like everyone is just out to take advantage of him. Like he can't. There's a bit in there where he realizes like one person trying to take advantage of him, he squashes it, but this person's looking out for him, but this person's looking out for him, and then this trying to take advantage of him, and this person's looking out for him, and then there's a whole bit in there where it kind of looks like no one is looking out for him. The people that he thinks are actually looking out for him, turns out they're just trying to take advantage of him.
The result.
And like he's got like his ex-wife in the show, and like this whole
His
thing.
actual ex-wife.
No,
I was going to say.
yeah, his ex-wife in the show is Lauren London. Baddie. I'm surprised he didn't throw a little flashback lip scene in there or something. But yeah, anyway, Lauren London's ex-wife in the show, but like there's just bits where like everyone's looking out for him to protect him from the people that are clearly taking advantage. And then it just all unfolds, and then everyone's taking the piss out of him. Everyone. And he puts himself in a position where he's like, I can't trust anyone. And he loses his fucking shit.
Oh, I can imagine.
Bro, and you think that, I can tell you've had that a few times in your life.
Yeah.
I can tell you've had that a few times.
Story,
yeah. There's bits in there that you just know are a true story. Like there's actually one bit that he's actually come out openly and said was actually true. There's a bit on there, won't ruin it, but there's basically a bit on there where he's on a plane in first class, and this white guy comes up and he's like a fan. He's like, "Oh my days, like you're such and such and such. Like, oh, I love your shit, etc. I love this joke when you talked about like the million different ways you can say nigger, and they mean loads of different things." And man's like, "Nigger and nigger, my nigger." And he's dropping bomb after bomb after bomb, and then every time someone like Kevin Hart's bodyguard's like, "Yo," and he's like, "No, it's cool. I'm just telling the joke. Like, it's all good." And then Kevin Hart's like trying to be cool, like, "It's all right, fam. Nigger this and nigger that and nigger that." And then fam, he gets him back after, but bro, he said that's a true story.
Really?
Like that's actually a true story.
Oh, raw.
But yeah, the show's good, fam. I did not have any opposite for what you have for WizKid. Is I had such low expectations for the show, and the only reason I watched it was because coincidentally, this is just feeding the circle. I was listening to a podcast where they were watching. A couple of people on there had watched it, and they said it was live. And I trust their opinion because one of them on there is not into anything, especially like shit where people are like, "Oh, you have to watch this." He intentionally is like, "No, I'm not watching it." The fact that you said I have to, I'm not watching it. So he said he'd been watching that and it's good. So I was like, "Fuck, I might as well watch it." Watched it, banging. Definitely watch it.
Okay.
Definitely watch it, bro. I did the same with that I did with Midnight Mass. I watched it till 4 a.m. fam. I had to be up at 8. I watched it until 4 a.m. Oh, it was good.
Okay.
It was good.
Did you watch the whole thing in one?
Nah, I watched most of it in one because the first episode is like an hour.
Okay.
And the rest are like half an hour after that.
Okay, cool. So it's bingeable.
Bro, I watched till 4 a.m.
Shit,
I was knackered the next day. Knackered the next day.
I can imagine.
And then the next one is this is an interesting one. Arcane.
I've seen the Legends of something. I've seen people talk about that.
Yeah, so it's made by the people who made the game League of Legends.
Okay.
League of Legends is a big boy game.
Okay.
Like in terms of popularity, big boy game. It's like one of the first games that came out with the game is actually free.
Okay.
but they make money on skins and packages and stuff like Fortnite and Warzone as well. It's I think it was one of, if not the first game to come out with that concept. Oh, it's such a popular game. But yeah, basically this show is based on like the characters in that, not all of them, but the characters from the game and all this stuff. And it is really, really, really good. If you play League of Legends, I can tell, because I've never played, or I have played it, but I don't play it.
I've never played it.
You can tell it's kind of catered towards their fans.
Okay.
Because there's a lot of stuff, not a lot, but there's bits and bobs in there where if it wasn't based on a game that already had backstories behind the characters, you'd be like, this show is terrible.
Okay.
Like, who is this person? There's a few bits in there where, like, if you play the game, you'll be like, sick, my man. I know this about him, I know that about him, I know this about him. So you don't need all that context. But for your average viewer, there's a few bits in there that need a little. They don't need context, but it would be nice because they do such good storytelling throughout the thing. When there's bits in there that you think you definitely could have done better with that. Like, I don't know who the fuck this person is, and they seem sick. So I don't know why I don't know who this person is. But fam, it's
animated, isn't it?
Animated, but it's got that like Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse style animation.
Yeah, I've seen the trailer.
Bro.
I can't remember if it's Japanese or English though. Which
Arcane,
yeah,
is English.
Okay,
yeah, it's actually British. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure all the people there. I'm pretty sure all the actors are British. Most of them, anyway.
Okay.
It's a show.
Okay,
it's a show. That's bingeable as well.
I'll add that to the wish list.
And what did I? Is there anything else? Nah. So that was it. Oh, one thing I did do this week, not TV related. I gave myself the ick this week.
How so?
So obviously, I told you I booked my car in. I was fam. Let me take a sip. I've never been so angry.
Yeah.
So a few weeks ago, I booked my car in for its service, which was on Friday, just gone. And when you book it online, it says on there, it should be done within an hour or two. So I booked it through Audi, should be done within an hour or two. I was like, gang, because coincidentally it's on the exact same street, but Audi's like 25 minutes from my house, maybe more. But it's on the exact same street as my gym. So I was like, calm.
Perfect, yeah.
Because any other scenario, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing for 2 hours, half an hour away from home. So they asked, for an extra fee, you can have a car. I thought, I ain't going to need a car. I'll just go to the gym, have a long pre-workout, chill, do a lot of cardio, have my session. Should be around about 2 hours by the time I'm done, if I want it to be. Worst case scenario, I'll just chill on TikTok for half an hour.
Yeah.
And then, fam, I go there to book it in. I booked it in for 9 o'clock in the morning. Don't know why, for starters. Don't know why I would ever book anything in that early in the fucking morning. But anyway, I get there at 9, booked it in, everything. Man said, should be done any time between 3 p.m. and 6 p.m.
What?
Fam, I was like,
whole day.
Fam, I said, what? He said, yeah, anytime between 3 and 6 should be done. I said, big man. Online it said an hour or two. He said, I think it said hour or two, and like average time like this month has been like an hour and 45 or an hour and 50. And he was like, oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, at the minute we're quite booked up today, so it's going to be between like 3 and 6. He said, I'll try my best to make it sooner or whatever. I said, all right, cool. Say less. I'm going to need a car. I said on the form, I don't need a car. I'm going to need a car. Man said, we ain't got no cars. I'm in a dealership, by the way. I'm in a dealership, fam. Yeah. There's cars everywhere.
Man said, I ain't got a car.
Man said, we're all out of cars. I said, fuck. So I went to the gym, tried to figure something out, rang my brother. Turns out he was working from home and he lives like 10-minute drive, 5-10 minute drive from there. So I thought, fuck it, I'm just going to have to go to the gym and I'll go to my brother's. Obviously, it's freezing. So I leave the gym and I'm thinking, fuck, it's cold. And I thought, all right, let me get step into my brother's. And they don't have, I forget to mention, they don't have Uber in Northampton, by the way.
I'm pretty sure I knew that. Right?
They don't have Uber in Northampton.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking, fuck. And some part of me was like, there's just no way I'm ringing a taxi. There's just no way I'm ringing a taxi. I just can't. I don't know why.
I know what you mean.
I'd just rather walk.
I know.
Than ring a taxi.
I know what you mean.
Potentially have to go to a cash point.
It's
like,
inconvenient.
Maybe have to pay on my card over the phone. Like all of that just seems long. I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
So
I live for convenience.
Fam, yeah. I thought I'm just gonna have to walk, fam. I took 2 steps down the road and realized that, you know, when you map out in your head, because I've never walked from this place to this place, I'm mapping out in my head how I'm gonna get there. And I thought, big man, this is gonna take me best part of an hour to get to my brother's house. It may be like a 10-minute drive, it's gonna take me about an hour to get there walking, and it's fucking freezing. And I thought, shit, let me see if my brother will pick me up. Rang him, didn't answer. And I was like, oh my God, fam. Coincidentally, there's an electric scooter just sitting right here. And I thought, oh my, is this where James gets on the scooter? Fam, I had to. Downloaded the app, did the thing, unlocked the thing, and I'm like, all right, cool, fam. And obviously, thing as well, you have to, I don't know if you know, with the scooters, you have to drive, it's illegal to drive them on the pavement.
Okay.
You have to drive them on the road.
Okay.
Usually I don't give a fuck about the law. I'm a renegade. I do what I want. But anecdotally, one of the guys that we play Call of Duty with said that his boy is about to lose his license because apparently if you have a driver's license, you can drive one of these without a driver's license, but if you do have a driver's license and you get caught breaking the law on them, you can get points on your license.
Really?
Yeah.
For scooters?
Yes, fam. So if you're rocking it on the pavement, you can get points on your license. So I was thinking, I can't risk that.
Yeah.
So obviously I'm driving it on the road, fam. I get on the thing, give it a little kick, and then fam, for the first 7 seconds, I felt lavish. I don't know why. I felt lavish for about 7 seconds until...
That's hilarious.
I felt lavish for a couple seconds until the first car overtook me. Zoom. I wobbled the thing. I didn't see it coming. Fam, handlebars wobbled and I was looking left to right. I felt like an old man on a mobility scooter. Fam, I was shaking. My eyes were wide. And I was thinking, nah.
I can imagine, because that's how I felt like my sister's old car, the Peugeot. When I'm driving on the motorway and a fucking lorry passes me, it shakes the whip. And as soon as you said that, that's my first thought.
Fam?
That was my first thought.
Oh, one Prius dumped past me, fam. I was shaking. I was thinking, nah. And I was going onto like a busy part of the road. Fam, like a yacht. Turned off the engine, flicked it onto the curb and just walked it on the pavement. Until I was in the residential zones, walked it on the pavement. I was thinking, I'm too young to die. And then literally thought, like, I'm the oldest person alive. I'm pretty certain I'm the oldest person on planet Earth right now. Because one car overtook me. I said, nah. My life's too precious. I gave myself the biggest ick of all time.
That's hilarious.
But it just wasn't worth it.
That is hilarious, bro.
Oh, it was painful, fam.
Fucking hell. So you made it to your brother's in what, 15, 20?
Ooh, 7:45. 7 minutes and 45 seconds. I made it there. Yeah.
And it was taking you an hour to walk, roughly. Damn.
So yeah, once the scooter was scooting, it was so helpful. I can see their appeal. I would never, ever use one like recreationally on a day-to-day thing. Like I see people do it like their work commute on them things, but it's worth it because it costs like 20p a minute.
Okay. So
I think the whole trip cost me not much money, not much money at all. And I was gassed.
Calm, fair enough. Coincidentally, it was just outside there waiting for you, boy.
Bro, it was literally like the way it was placed there.
Yeah.
It was meant there for me to a point where I couldn't ignore it.
Yeah.
I saw it because I see him all day, every day. But the fact that one was just parked right there, it was the only one there. And it was just glowing green. That green thing was glowing. I thought, here we go.
That's for you.
Today's the day.
So is it one of them ones where once you get off and you reach your journey, you can just leave it there?
So you just leave it. So basically on the app, it gives you mapped areas. So it's got GPS on the app. You and then it has areas that you can't park.
Okay.
So most areas you can leave it, but for whatever reason, I don't legally or whatever, there's areas that are marked red and it says you can't park there. So yeah, once you're on a street, you literally put it to the side of the road. You have to take a picture of it to prove that you've left it there and to prove that you're not like obstructing the pavement. So you actually have to like lean it on not on the wall, but just like has to be not obstructing.
Makes sense.
Take the picture, bang, done.
Fair enough.
It's very convenient.
Fair enough.
I can see the appeal.
Yeah.
Very convenient, bro.
Fair enough, man.
But I won't soon be on one again.
I haven't been
Not
on
after that.
I haven't been on a scooter in years. Well, I don't think I've ever been on an electric scooter, but I haven't been on a normal like them scooters since I was a youth.
I think those are actually cooler. Like I would have felt cooler on a kick push than the electric thing. I don't know why, because
I was just about to say why.
There's something. How do I explain it? There's something.
Is it the nostalgia effect?
Fashionable, yeah, nostalgic and fashionable about a kick push. Like a kick push scooter is a statement piece.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean?
Okay.
Like it's like, I know this is not a car. Mm-hmm. I know this is not a bike. Mm-hmm. I'm riding it for fun, and it happens to be transport. Mm-hmm. It's like if you see someone on rollerblades, you think that guy's cool, man.
Okay.
You think that guy's cool. He knows what. He's not embarrassed about what he's doing. He's doing it because he likes doing it. That's how I feel about.
He gets him from A to B a lot faster.
Gets him from A to B a lot faster, and it's his mode of transport that he clearly chooses.
Yeah.
Like he's not forced to ride rollerblades. The same way I feel about like kick scooters. Like no one's forced to ride a scooter, but with the electric scooter, it's like I don't have a whip. That's what it screams. I don't have a whip, and I need to get somewhere faster than walking. That's how it feels to me.
Okay.
And especially with the fact that you have to ride it on the road.
Yeah. That changes the game.
Fam, it changes the game. And they can take points off your license. If I'm on a scooter, you can't take shit off me. Catch me if you can.
Some Leonardo flex.
Fam, catch me if you can.
That's jokes.
I'm a nigga with attitude. Get me? I'm here. But on one of the electric ones, it looks like I just don't have a whip. And this is what I have available to me. It's like a glorified moped.
It is, to be fair.
I almost felt like I had to justify like my car's in the shop.
Fair enough.
But it was cool. As an experience, it was cool.
Fair enough.
It was actually cool.
There's loads in Manny.
I bet.
Scattered in Manny. Everywhere.
I bet.
I see man on that every single day. I've just never been on one.
I bet. Yeah, this is how you know. Even though I'm always out here looking for the easiest job possible. And I remember because when they run out of battery, because obviously you park them and then whoever wants to use it next just picks it up and takes it. But when they run out of battery, homeboy from the company has to get his van and pick it up. So there are people that just drive around picking up ones that with no battery. And I remember seeing it one time and I was just like, fuck, that looks like the easiest job on planet Earth. It looks like the most, because you don't have to talk to anyone.
Yeah.
You get in your van, you pick up the scooters, you drop them off where they're supposed to, like back at HQ or whatever, and then that's it. Pick them up, drop them off. Pick them up, drop them off. Leave me alone. No one talked to me. And I looked at it and I thought, obviously you must get minimum wage.
Yeah.
But I always look at jobs like that and think, oh, they look cushy. They actually look cushy. Because I used to think like a Deliveroo driver. When we had this conversation before, I used to think Deliveroo driver or Just Eat driver would be lavish. Not lavish, but it's just like easy.
Yeah.
Until I went to TGI Fridays a few weeks ago.
Okay.
And then on a click and collect thing, was waiting for my collection. And I saw like I was waiting here. And there was like 3 delivery drivers waiting with me for like 15 minutes on Friday night. Just drunk bitches just making noise, fam. And I remember thinking, you man do this all night. No. No, I'm not doing that. I would hate it. Yeah. Especially because obviously I live in a flat as well.
Yeah.
When I order food, they never know where my yard is. And I can look out the window and I just see them driving up and down. I'm thinking, fuck this. Fuck that. Nah, I'm not doing it.
That's hilarious. Oh my God, that's hilarious.
But yeah. Pick your poison?
Right. Pick your poison. Ugh.
Side note, fam, I burnt my tongue last night on that chicken, the stew. I just wanted to taste the marinade in it. It burnt my fucking tongue, bro. And I've been in pain since.
Don't do that face, G.
All right, cool. I feel like this one's a no-brainer. It's such a no-brainer. Sometimes they marry up really, really well.
Yeah.
Sometimes it's just obvious.
Okay.
Cool. Right. So, show up to work on a Monday in only a bath towel.
Yeah.
Or have a highly skilled hitman hired to kill you for the next 24 hours.
fuck?
So you're just avoiding, fam,
Nah,
for 24.
bath towel me.
Of course.
Bath towel me all the way up.
Of course.
Highly trained.
Highly trained.
Nah.
This is what he does.
I wouldn't survive it.
Ah,
Do you know what
24.
Fam, do you know what that reminds me of? I don't watch the show, but I watch the show through Gogglebox. The Hunted thing.
Yeah.
Where some of the man just can't escape the law.
Fam?
I'm thinking, how are you, man? There was one old guy, he was an ex-spy or ex-something that delves in like getting away from people. But this was back in the day when there was no lack of technology.
This was
on Gogglebox.
Yeah. I swear that's Boris Johnson's dad, no? Because Boris's dad was on there.
I know.
And
Yes,
then he's a former something.
But might have been him, it might not have been. I can't remember.
All right, cool.
I can't remember. But he was an ex whatever. And
Joke man. I might have watched it through Gogglebox as well, actually.
absolutely
Joke man.
Joke man. Man got on a bus to the train station. You can see the camera clear as day.
yeah.
Man then tried to get a train from, I think he went to Bristol. Tried to get a train
it was
from
the same
Bristol to somewhere else and then didn't stop and then got another train from here to here. But as soon as he got to Bristol station, they're already there waiting for man. And they tapped him on the shoulder like this.
Yeah, I saw that one. He was with a yacht, innit?
Yeah. Tapped him on the shoulder. Boom, boom, boom. I thought you'd get away. Like, I thought you'd be able to avoid this for such long.
Useless,
man. Useless.
He was running his qualifications the whole series,
Bro,
fam. Useless
nothing.
bastard.
Nothing. So yeah, a trained hitman. Nah, I wouldn't escape.
24 hours is too long as well.
Too
I'd be knackered.
long.
Fam,
too
I'd be
long.
knackered.
I'd have to have slept for a long period of time before the 24 hours starts.
Yeah. Fam, I'll be shattered.
Nah, man. Nah. Just thinking about it, it makes me nervous. I wouldn't be able to survive it.
Someone's asked us this before, and I've heard it before. Is like, would you rather X, Y, and Z, or like, would you rather have £1 million, but in order to get the £1 million, you have to have like a snail following you for X amount of time. No, for the rest of that's it. For £1 billion, but you have to have there's a snail chasing you for the rest of your life. And if it touches you, you die.
Okay.
But obviously it's snail.
Yeah.
Goes at snail's pace.
Yeah.
So it's consistently following you.
Yeah.
But if it catches you, you're dead.
Yeah.
But if you accept it, you get $1 billion.
Okay.
What are you doing?
Obviously, I'm going to take it. How is the snail going to catch up to me?
But that's the thing. You're so certain that the snail ain't going to catch up to you, fam.
Yeah.
You have to sleep.
Yeah, you relax. Yeah.
Yeah, you chill.
Yeah.
You have to sleep, fam. Like if you have like a long kip, man, you don't know where. That's the thing, because it's like you don't know where he's at.
Yeah.
You ain't got no GPS. You don't know where man's at.
Man can just bop out the bathroom and see him there.
Fam.
Oh my days.
You could think he's miles away. But then you never know.
Yeah.
You'll be waking up in the middle of the night shaking all the time. Because you never
Sweats, dreaming about snails and
know.
shit.
Yeah, you never know where he's at.
Fuck it, that's jokes.
He could be 100 miles away. He could be next door. You ain't got a fucking clue. And that's for the rest of your life. But obviously you get $1 billion. You still taking $1 billion?
I'll still take it.
I don't think I could, bro. That's too much paranoia for me.
Yeah.
That's too much. I wouldn't sleep a wink.
When do they give you the $1 billion? They give you the $1 billion once you say yes, and then you have to live the rest of your life.
Yeah, so
with the snail chasing you.
You're here. The snail's in a little box here.
Yeah.
They give you the $1 billion into your account.
Yeah.
Like a little contactless tap. You're a billionaire, and then they just
let it go.
Let it go.
Like it's a fucking bird or something.
Yeah, fam, let it go. And then man looks at you and then just starts sliding towards you, and then you're like, oh fuck. And then you just walk off, get in your car, gone. Look in your rear view, you hear, and you can just see this tiny little thing just and you think, dickhead.
Whilst I peel off.
When you peel off.
I peel off at 5 miles an hour.
Fam, 100%. But then you make it to yard, you're comfortable, everything. And then just in the back of your mind, you're just watching Gogglebox and you're thinking, I wonder where that's there. I wonder how far that snail's made it by now. Like, I wonder how, and then you start Googling, how many miles an hour does a snail thingy? And then you'd be thinking, right, well, I live 7 miles from where we just were. They move at this amount, so it's going to take them X amount of time, and then you start thinking, man, this is continuous.
Yeah.
And you think, is the snail allowed to get on a bus? Do you know what I mean? Is it allowed to make contact with vehicles and move on? I don't know. They didn't explain the rules, fam. They didn't explain the rules. You're not sleeping, Fuhad.
Yeah.
I promise you now you're not sleeping.
I just thought of the money, to be fair.
I know you did. That's all you think about. That's all you
It's a
think about.
snail, fam. I'll firm it. I'll fly out.
All right.
I'll fly out. How is it going to fly to me?
Exactly, fam. It could easily got on a plane,
True.
slide on a tire of a
Wheel.
plane,
Yeah.
land. You don't know what this thing's capable of. None of us do. But it's the not knowing, fam.
Yeah, that's the fear of it.
It's the not knowing.
Yeah.
Because if you had a GPS thing and you knew where it was the whole time,
I'll see like a baby.
easy.
Yeah.
But you have no idea. Next time you see a snail,
Yeah, shit, I'm going to shit myself.
you're shocked, fam.
Yeah,
you walk past a
snail,
leaf and it's got a little bite out of it, you're scared.
Man's leaving traces. Man's leaving evidence. I'm
Fam?
close, motherfucker.
Yes, fam.
I'm close.
100%. You
That's
see like a
hilarious.
little shiny
Snail trail.
smidge
Yeah.
on anything? Nah. Nah. Come January, February time, them things all over the
Yeah,
gaff.
they're loose, yeah.
Yeah, you can't. You're
I
not
don't know which one's which.
Yeah, exactly, fam. You're not living like that. You're not living like that.
That's jokes. That's fucking jokes.
But yeah, man.
What are you saying?
Have something that someone sent us the other day. It's quite interesting. So, I was going to say it's from TikTok. So basically, there's this girl on TikTok, right? There's not really a video in particular that I can show, but there is, and there is. The videos are long, basically. I refuse to show it. Is what I'm trying to say.
Okay.
There's a girl on TikTok, but basically, she gets paid
Yeah.
to slide into like people's girlfriends pay her to slide into their man's DMs and chirps him to see what he'll do.
What the fuck is wrong with people? What the fuck is wrong with people?
Fam, I can tell from the conversation that we're about to have about it, it's going to be very controversial because very, very few women
Disagreed with it.
agree with our point of view about it.
Very few agree. Yeah, of course.
Some do, based on the conversations that we've had similar to the past. I know that some do, and I'm grateful for them, but very few do. And it's like, I don't see the point.
What the fuck, man?
So there was one that I watched, and yeah, some chick messaged her, said, "Oh, here's my man. Can you move to him, etc. I just want to see
Is
what
this
he
chick
does."
paying, by the way?
She's all right. I don't know what her Instagram looks like. Just from her face, I can tell like dolled. She doesn't look that nice when the camera's like here, but just you can tell like dolled up. Maybe on Instagram, whatever. She probably looks a bit banging. She can make herself look banging. You can tell that. I'll show you her. Let's have a look. See, where's she at? Yeah. So she's not.
She's not banging, but
She's not banging, but you can tell. What's her
yeah.
Instagram saying? Oh, I can already tell her Instagram's banging. Yeah, her Instagram's kind of banging.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah. She's kind of hot. She's not. She looks young. She's 20. Fucking hell. Yeah, she can never catch me slipping. Not at that age. She could never catch me out with that. But yeah, basically, yeah, the girl will holler. The missus will holler and say, "Oh, here's X amount. Here's my man's Instagram."
They pay her as well.
They pay her money, fam.
Jesus.
And then she'll slide into the man's DMs.
Women aren't for women.
Fam?
Anyway, continue. But women are not for women. Because
Women aren't for relationships.
What is that?
Fam? And then the one that I saw that was sent over, she's like, the girlfriend's like, "Oh, you're going to have to like think, basically like you're going to have to think outside the box because he's smart. So you're going to actually have to like, you can't just be lackluster with the
Why
thing."
is she looking for trouble like
Fam!
this? What? How does this make sense?
She's basically
bro?
saying he's going to be faithful
to a point.
to a point. So
Make
you
him
need
cheat. You make him cheat.
You need to get up past that point because he's not going to have it at first.
What?
Fam, he had it immediately, by the way. He had it immediately.
Saw two pics on IG. Was like, yum,
Yeah, fam, she slid in and he was on it like that.
yum. The thing is, before you continue the story, I don't understand the end goal / benefit of doing something like this. Purely because, let's say the man does, like you said, he gives in and he talks the way he chirps or whatever. He kind of cheats or emotionally cheats or whatever. How does that in turn make the actual girlfriend feel?
Like shit, obviously. She wants to feel like shit, clearly. That's what she wants. That's what we say a million times is that, like, people don't want a happy relationship. People don't want a happy relationship.
Days, they want drama.
Yeah, let me test if my boyfriend would take this given the opportunity. And then you find out he would. Even though he hasn't done anything, you find out that he would. And it's like, obviously the relationship's done. And if it's not done, it's going to be the most toxic relationship of all time. But obviously now you've just lost your partner. Everything could have been blessed before then. Everything could have been blessed before then. And it's just like that whole ignorance is bliss argument.
Yeah.
Why would you ever want to know that about the person you love?
Why?
Why would you ever want to know that about them? But anyway, yeah, he had it immediately.
Yeah, that's jokes.
I think I didn't even watch the whole thing. It was long. And then, but basically, they agreed to meet up. And then the girlfriend came in place of her. So he said, "Oh, we'll meet at this."
On some cheaters thing.
Fam, on some cheaters thing. It was jokes as well because the girlfriend came in. He saw his girlfriend and he messaged the girl saying,
"Babes,
don't come in.
don't come in."
He said, my ex is here. Don't come in. He
doubled down and ruined it all.
He said, not only am I not going to get caught in this act, I still want my pussy afterwards. After I get myself out of this debacle, he's a bad guy. After I get myself out of this debacle, I still want to secure this now and afterwards.
But he wasn't lying. His ex truly did come in.
He's his ex now. So,
Now? Shit.
So my ex walked in, don't come in. The girl, obviously knowing the whole situation, was like, nah, I'll come in, it's fine. And he was like, do not come in. She's like, I'm not scared. Like, I'll come in.
Fam, I'd break out of wherever I'm at. I'd break out of wherever I'm at.
But this is the thing as well.
That's hilarious.
Like, guys, you can tell he's young because young guys will do anything for Pom to the point where, like, his own missus walks in the thing. First of all, did he not think, what are the odds that my girlfriend's going to walk in here?
Yeah.
So, like, his girlfriend walks in the shop, wherever they're at, and he still thinks, I'll need to secure this naan. I'll be thinking, bruv, the jig is up. I've lost my girl and I've lost this thing. And if it is a coincidence that my girl just came in here, then scrap this thing.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
It's done.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole jig is up. But man will fight tooth and nail.
Fuck, I'd run to the toilet.
Oh, fam, I'm jumping out the window. I'm jumping out the window.
That's nuts.
Yeah, bro. So I don't know what happened in the end between their relationship or whatever, but that's just what she does. And I was thinking, for starters, I don't know why anyone would put themselves through that. I would never do that to my girlfriend. I would never pay a don. I would never pay a guy. That's the thing as well. It was like, there's so many double standards.
Yeah.
Because, like, I know for a fact some girls are probably listening to this or watching this and thinking, yeah, like, makes sense. Like, you want to find out if your man's a cheat. If a guy did that, or you watched that for the story from the guy's point of view, and a guy paid a more handsome guy to move to his girl to see if she would have it, all the girls would be like, this guy's a fucking bitch.
Yeah,
like, that's the
100%.
ickiest of the ick. How are you going to pay next man to flirt with your girl, etc., etc., etc.? Like, you're just a waste of a guy.
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong with you? You probably didn't deserve it in the first place. If you're that insecure, you didn't deserve it in the first place. But when it's the other way around, it's just kosher.
It's comedy. It's literally just comedy to them. It's comedy.
It literally serves him right, and the girlfriend made the right decision.
Yeah.
It's so dumb.
The
whole thing's just dumb, bro.
Yeah, it's the next thing.
Yeah, and you just be happy in the thing that you got, man. Just be happy. The fact that she said he's smart, so you're gonna need to really, really push.
A man said yes from the jump.
He said yes from the offset.
Nah.
From the offset, it was hilarious, bro. But I felt for him because I was like, my guy.
He fell for it straight
He got
away.
gassed. He saw the K next to her followers and got gassed.
Why do that, man?
Bro,
Who
it's
does
long.
that benefit, brother?
Bro, it's long. But I was thinking, if the girl who does the messaging, if her moral compass was aligned, she should say, there should be a contract thing and be like, cool, I'll take your money and I'll flirt with homeboy. But if he doesn't take the bait and comes back and says, fuck off, I've got a girlfriend or whatever, I and them going to tell him that his girlfriend paid me to flirt to see what kind of guy he was.
Gang.
So he can make the decision.
Yeah. Ooh, I like that twist.
That should be a T&C.
Yeah, I like that.
That should be a
I
term
like that.
of the agreement.
Because then the girlfriend will think twice before signing this contract.
100%.
She will think twice.
100%.
She will fucking think twice.
100%.
Yeah, that's a good one.
She'll think twice and think, fuck, I might lose a good man out of this. Is it even worth it? 9 times out of 10, I doubt they'll go through with it. I doubt they'll go through with it. Because he will leave her, fam. If I found out that my girlfriend actually physically gave someone Great British pounds to move to me to see if I would cheat. Nah, fam. I'm out. I'm packing my bags that same night. I'm
audacity.
out. Yeah. Like, if you want to find out what kind of guy I am, I deserve to know the truth about what kind of girl you are.
100%. That makes sense. Yeah. That makes total sense.
Yeah.
I like that.
It's not the way the world works, unfortunately.
Unfortunately not. Before we do Am I the Arsehole, I've got not even necessarily a trash news. It's a trash video. But It's fucking hilarious.
Go on.
It's fucking hilarious. Wait, I saw it the other day. Bella showed it to me. Dying. Hold on. I'm just going to show it to you and watch your reaction.
All right, gang. No. That made me dizzy. She has no idea. Oh, she's unconscious, fam. Nah. Fam, her head is spinning. That skull cap is murked. Fam, that skull cap is murked. She has no idea.
No idea. I saw that and I was like, that's one of the funniest things I've seen this week.
Yeah, fam. Like, that is hilarious. Wow.
I just had to get that out.
Yeah, gang. That's funny. That's fucking funny. Jesus Christ. Cool. Thingy today. Am I the Arsehole? So this one was sent in by actually a patron and he sent it in ages ago.
Okay.
So let's get it through today. Okay, cool. So it says, am I the arsehole for cutting my best friend of 15 years off? For the sake of the story, his name is Draco. What a weird fucking alias to give someone. Sake of the story, his name is Draco. Sorry it's so long, but I ensured that the grammar and spelling were on point. Cool. So context.
We'll see.
My best friend came to my place for a visit with his daughter, who is my goddaughter. After she was asleep, Draco, myself, and my wife were drinking and chatting down in the kitchen. I left and went upstairs to do something. Took about 5 to 10 minutes. When I came back downstairs, Draco was crying, laughing, and my wife looked like she was about to cry. He had said something to her that hurt her feelings, so I corrected that on the spot. However, it was still weighing heavily on my mind a day later, so I sent this text. All right, cool. Someone said, all right, dog, I've been thinking on this for a few days and it's been bugging me. I'm not really in the mood to have a conversation about it, but this needs to be said. So I'm going to say it and just let it sit until I'm ready to revisit it. First of all, we'll just put a pause on that. You, as my friend, could never text me and say, look, this needs to be said. I don't want to have a conversation about it. I'm going to say it and I'm going to let it sit until I'm ready to revisit it. I will say, fam, block my number. I don't know who in God's name you think you are. Are you God? Fam, are you Kim Jong-un? What is this dictatorship? You're dictating everything here.
Yeah, on my time.
Don't send it.
Yeah.
Fam, I'll reply before you even send it. I'll reply, do not send it, big man, because I promise you I'm not reading it. I don't know who you think you are. Yeah. Fucking out. Anyway.
That's hilarious.
Right. So you've been my best friend and my brother for damn near 15 years, and I appreciate that relationship. But I can't let this one slide. Regardless of whatever Raina and I are going through, I do not appreciate, cannot and will not allow you or anyone to call the person I am with stupid, or outside their name at all. I'm referring to the tattoo comments you made. I said something in the moment about it, but after further thought, I realized that I was not nearly as assertive in cutting that shit off as I should have been.
Mm-hmm.
Your comfort to say anything defamatory in or out of my presence to the person I'm with speaks to either a lack of boundaries or a lack of respect. I can't let that rock. Just as I'm going through the emotional rollercoaster of changes, so is she. So for you to decide to add to that is not only disrespectful, but cruel. And the person I call my brother should not be someone who finds joy in being cruel, especially to women. And regardless of whether or not our relationship was coming to an end, I feel like you should have respected me enough to speak more reverently to or about my significant other. Though may have been guilty of a similar action in our youth, and for that I apologize. I think he's saying he was similar. He said his grammar was on point.
It doesn't sound like it, G. I'm trying to follow the team.
I didn't even bring up. There's about 2 or 3 more on there that I just skipped through.
Past. Yeah.
I apologize. Let that be the last time. If not, I'm gonna have to start rethinking the nature and status of our friendship. Fucking hell. After sending that message, we did not speak for almost 4 months. He did reach out. I'm assuming he didn't reach out or anything. No, I'm sorry, bro. Your grammar's not on. You promised it was, and it's not. I took that as a sign of disrespect, lack of remorse, and a slap to the face. So I decided to dead the whole friendship. He eventually called close to 5 months later, and his only justification was that he felt disrespected that I sent my thoughts in text rather than a call. Oh, by the way, he called my wife the day after I sent the text and gave her a backhanded apology. Am I the arsehole? Right. So, from my perspective on this one was tough because I feel like this is one of them ones where we only have one side of the story in terms of we know a little bit that his boy cussed his girl's tattoo or something like that. He said there was a tattoo comment. I'm assuming maybe his missus has got a tattoo that his boy said was stupid or something.
Because he said something like he called her stupid or dumb or something.
Yeah. So the word stupid was definitely used, and he definitely mentioned something about a tattoo. So I'm putting A and C together, fam, and I'm saying that he called one of her tattoos stupid. I think maybe, but we have no other context. How do I put mine across? What are your thoughts from it?
My thoughts, because as you were reading it, I was thinking of it as me and you. And I was trying to dissect it in a way that I understand where the other guy came from, in the sense that the reason why I didn't respond or the reason why I didn't say anything was because you texted me this. Like, if this was me and you, and let's say, for example, you've insulted my missus or whatever in this form of nature, and I've decided to message you this long ass thing, and I've now said at the beginning, I'm gonna pick this up when I feel like I'm ready to pick this up, so don't reply. And then he's mad that he didn't say anything until 5 months later.
Yeah.
That's kind of like a double edged. So what do you expect? Like,
I'll block your number.
What do you expect? That aside, as my boy, I would never ever, regardless of how I feel about a situation, I don't think I would ever talk about it in a message. I would bell you, I would voice note you, I would make sure my point comes across as eloquently as it can be, because things can be misconstrued via text. Because you can read it in any mood you want. Like reading this, for example.
He looks like he's on a fisticuffs.
Exactly.
Fam.
It just didn't.
Fam, the way he sent that message, I would read that as like, you're chatting to me like, say you're going to do something.
Exactly.
And if you're going to do something, then you best do something.
Do you know what I mean? It doesn't portray well. I think, first of all, he made a mistake. This first guy, the one that sent the actual message in, he made the mistake of sending a text message about this situation. And also considering the fact that he came into the room with his boy laughing and his missus crying, not really knowing what happened, dissect it then and there. In my opinion, if you're boys, and why am I saying sorry to you? If we're boys and I've come into the room and you're laughing and my missus is crying. I already know my missus is comfortable in this situation because she's happy for you to be here and I'm happy for you to be here. So I'm dissecting it then and there.
I want to know what everything. That's the thing as well. They say there's always 3 stories.
Yeah.
There's your story, there's my story, then there's the truth.
Of course.
I want to hear everything.
Everything.
Because I want to hear everyone's perspective. I want to know what's actually said and understood. And also, he said they've been boys for 15 years and that's his missus. Like, he either knows his missus overreacts or doesn't. He either knows that his boy's disrespectful or isn't.
100%.
So for us to get into this situation, I need to know what's happened.
Exactly.
And I want to hear both sides of the story.
Exactly.
And like, yeah, like, and obviously his boy has read the situation so completely wrong that the fact that the missus, because obviously if it's your boy, for example, I know for a fact that you would never cuss my missus to the point where she's crying, know that you've done that and laugh. And just laugh.
Yeah.
I know something's not happening right here.
Yeah.
I know something's not going on right. Like, I'm not seeing something right. I just immediately look at you and think, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
Like, what's wrong? I would never do that. I would be like, big man, what is going on?
What's going on?
Who's misunderstood what?
Yeah.
Because this is just not what I'm expecting to see here.
Weird dynamic.
This is a very weird dynamic. So yeah, I would say that either also without, as we said, without more context from your friend's point of view, it's hard for us to say whether you're the arsehole for cutting him off. But we will say you definitely could have, as you said, like, this is your brother for 15 years. Like, it sounds like you really should have done a lot more investigation in the moment. It seems like because your wife was the one that was crying, that you immediately took her side.
You didn't handle the situation
well.
well.
And assumed that your boy's a prick.
Because in your boy's for 15 years, you know your boy's not a prick.
Yeah. Exactly. Like, I don't know. Maybe it's a case of your boy is just a prick in general, but you just thought he would never do that to your missus. Like, or maybe this is just what he's like, but he tends to act correct in front of certain company. I don't know. That's why we need more context. But yeah, if it was me and Fuhad and that kind of shit happened, I would need to understand in the moment what's going on.
Because my opinion is, like, again, it's me and you. You would have known me, or I would have known you longer than I've been with my missus, or even known my
100%.
missus. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, for this situation to happen, I need to understand everything now.
Yeah.
Now.
100%.
There's no texting. There's no days later, I'm sorry, this is sitting on my chest with the yard. No.
Yeah.
No, tell me what I want. Because at the end of the day, this is family. So regardless of the situation, we need to unpack what's happened.
100%. And yeah, you can't. That's the thing as well. Like, if you were sending him that text to actually hopefully try and resolve it, then you can't be texting people like that.
You can't be dictating.
You can't be dictating the scenario like that, because you've already, like you said, you already kind of brought it up in the moment, and you already said you cut it short in the moment. So already you're vexed. You can't come at me days later talking about, listen, I'm going to say this. I'm not willing to have a conversation about it. Like, etc. Like, you can't be disrespectful to this person, you can't be this, and you're dictating that we're not even going to talk about it. So you're not even asking me, big man, tell me what happened, because from my perspective, I've gone upstairs, I've come downstairs. Man in this building are lost, Fuhad. That's the final straw.
What was that about?
Turns out that's the final straw.
I have to be locking this door from the inside.
I'm going to have to lock the door. I didn't want it to be less way, but I'm going to have to lock the door. This new studio is the best and worst thing we've ever done.
Wow.
Everything that happens in these four walls, amazing.
Outside of it?
Fam, on the other side of that corridor.
Literally on the other side of the door, it's the weirdest world.
Man, I'll just walk in. Yeah, it's the Wild West out there, man.
Anyway.
Yeah.
That caught me off guard. The fuck?
I was expecting to see Homeboy from reception or something.
I was not even a knock. Not even a knock, bro. The fuck
Lost.
is going on?
Anyway. Fucking hell. Yeah, you can't be sending man texts like that and just expect him to be like, yeah, you're right, I'm sorry. No. I immediately, if that was you, because at that point, with that kind of text, the longer you've been boys, the more disrespectful that is.
100%.
So regardless of what I've done, if you message me on that, I 100% will message you back like, big man, don't take this the wrong way, but the way I'm reading this, it looks like you want to throw hands.
Yeah.
And if that's the case,
Fight me.
Fight me. fight me, bro, because I don't know who the fuck you're talking to. Literally, I'm not doing this. I'll revisit it. What? I'd have to voice note.
Yeah.
I'd have to, because I'm...
You're there.
Me.
You're in character.
I'd have to voice note you. On smoke as well.
Yeah, of course. This is why I'm saying the text message was uncalled for. If you're trying to understand a situation with your boy for 15 years and your missus, you can't be texting these kind of things.
Yeah.
Either address it on the spot, a phone call, or a voice note so he understands where you're coming from. Regardless of whether you kept it in for a couple of days before you decided to verbalize it, you can't be texting these things.
You can't text that.
You can't, especially this long ass message that you said.
Yeah.
Especially starting it off with as a dictatorship. I'm going to say this, you can't respond, we'll revisit it later. Who do you think you are?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
If you're texting my phone, I will reply what I want to reply. If I need to defend myself, I'm defending myself.
Exactly.
You can't say we're not going to have a conversation about this. If we're not having a conversation about it,
don't message me.
Message me when you're ready to have a conversation about it. Because clearly you're not ready. So why are you texting my phone? Yeah, I'm getting angry about it.
I'm there.
You know what? You are the asshole.
Fuck it. We've decided.
You know what? You are the asshole. Nah, like
that's
thing
hilarious.
I understand where you're coming from. I understand obviously these things are emotional. It gets heated and all that stuff, and you've seen as disrespect. But we're not trying to diminish how you feel about it. But like feelings and actions are two completely different things.
Two completely different.
And if you want to
things.
resolve something, you went the worst possible way about resolving it.
100%.
I wouldn't reach out. I'm surprised he reached out even after 5 months. You wouldn't hear from me again,
Bro, done. To be fair, he would hear from me. You would hear from me that day. The day you send me the message is the day I'm responding.
Yeah, 100%.
The minute I'm responding, regardless of where I'm at. If I read that opener and said, don't reply this, blah, 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 I'm voicing you regardless of where I'm at. I'm saying my piece and I'm done.
Yeah, 100%.
And then I'm done.
100%. I'll say, big man, delete my number after you. Delete this after you hear it. Because we ain't speaking again.
Bullshit, man. Bullshit,
Don't ever come for me with that kind of smoke.
You went about it the complete wrong way. You've just lost the boy for that now.
Yeah.
You've lost the boy for that.
So, yeah. And also he called your wife the next day.
Backhanded apology.
And gave her a backhanded apology. Like, backhanded, quote unquote backhanded. I would appreciate the fact that he bypassed you, went directly to your wife and apologized, regardless if you think it was backhanded or not. He's probably pissed off about that message. So if it came across backhanded, I'd probably do the same thing.
Yeah.
I'll probably, because he's accepting some kind of blame in a situation where he's just read a text and thought, who the fuck does this guy think he's talking to? But still, I'm still going to call the wife. I didn't want to upset her. I'm still going to apologize. Like, that, I think, is something that you should have taken on a little bit more.
Taken into consideration.
That he did that the very next day. You didn't hear from him for 5 months, but the very next day he rang your wife to say sorry. Regardless of whether you think it's backhanded or not.
Yeah.
He still made action to try and move somewhere positive.
Yeah.
He didn't call your wife to be like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why are you biting over this stupid little thing? It was only a joke. I don't know why your man's sending me all this shit. He's going to get knocked out the next time I see him. Do you know what I mean? But at least he did something constructive. It didn't seem like the message that you've sent him was constructive in any way, shape or form. Apart from you telling him how unacceptable he is and you don't want to hear his defense. That's not how a relationship works.
It's not at all, man. At all. But yeah, I feel like we've answered the question.
Yeah, we've gone back and forth about it a few times now.
Guys, girls, please. When you're, look, we've said this many times. When you're sending these stuff, reread it. Not even in the sense of the grammar, but just read it so you can see it from an outsider, from a third person perspective. Are you actually the arsehole or not? Read it first.
Yeah.
Because when we read it out loud, it's like, of course you are, or of course you're not. You know, it's one or the other. It's literally one or the other.
I'd say
sometimes they're so. When you type something, whether it's happened then or there, but when you're revisiting something and you type it, you're like this situation right now. You were there. You were in the heat of the moment. You were there exactly. So it makes sense that you can seem as if you're not the arsehole and the other person that tried to offend you is the arsehole.
100%.
But when you read it like a day later or whatever, take 5 minutes, take a breath, read what you wrote. Are you really writing the right thing?
Yeah.
100%. Anyway.
All right, guys, we love you.
Yeah, man.
And we're going to catch you on the next one.
Gang.
Bet.